Talk, where we keep it real. My name is Mia, and I am joined here by a special guest, Dominic Lewis and Lay. You can call her Lay. Today, we're really pretty much going to be diving into some good topics here. We're going to talk about money, business, and God. I do want them to be able to share a little bit about themselves. So Dom does own his own wine company here in Cleveland, and Lay also has her online business doing like hair and basically styling pretty much. And so we'll go ahead and start with Dom. If you could just tell us your name, how old you are, a little bit about you, where you're from, and their business that you do own.
Sure. I just want to say I'm thankful to be here. Thank you for having me. Dominic Lewis, 27 years old, born and raised here in Cleveland in the Huff area. It's pretty much where my company is based out of. The name of it is Lamont Avenue. It's the street that I grew up on off 93rd and Huff. So really just using where I come from and my roots to really inspire to start my company in a sense. I'm going into my third year in March. It's been going very well, so I just want to keep it going.
Great, that's good. And what about you? A little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Elijah Sims. I have my own hair company, and I do hair as well. I've been doing hair since 2016. I'm 22 years old, and I recently moved to Atlanta, and I recently started my brand in August.
Okay. So, basically, just tell me a little bit more about what it is that truly inspires you, what inspired you to start your business. So feel free to dive a little bit deeper, and feel free to just kind of like take your time with that as well.
Everything is based off my family. So if you look at my bottle, on the front of the bottle, there's the house my grandparents bought. They were married 60 years and had 12 kids together. So like my whole family was raised in that house. My grandfather passed back in 2014, and he was really like that cornerstone and really that guy, the male figure for me. I didn't meet my real dad until I was 17, so he was really that man that really stood in and really raised me. I have a dedication to him on my back of my bottle. The front of the bottle has a metal label and a crystal style cork that's also a wine stopper. Yeah, so it's just really just based off family. Just really want to have something to like start a generational wealth with my business and just keep the legacy going for my grandfather, my grandmother that just recently passed, and just for my family, and just to have something that we can call our own.
That's good. Thank you for sharing that. I think that it's truly important to, when you have a why, like inside of you, deep inside, it does show in your work. So if you don't think about like that root thing, it could kind of like sway you, but when you do have that in the back of your mind, when you get tired, when you get exhausted, when you don't feel like doing something, you always have that why there, and it keeps you going. So like, what is it that inspires you? What inspired you to kind of like want to start your own business? You're only 22 years old, so you're young, so.
I would say I just like doing hair and the passion that I have for it, and I feel like me moving out of Cleveland and going somewhere else where it's better opportunities, for like how he said, it was for my family as well, generational wealth. It just don't stop here. It's going to keep going, so I'm still working.
That's good. So there is a scripture. It says, seek his will in all that you do, in his righteousness, and everything will be added unto you. So, and also it just talks about like when seeking his will, make sure that everything that you are doing with your work glorifies God. So I want you to, even if you have to take a second to think about in your work, the work that you do, how is it that you believe you glorify God? Just to kind of like give you an example, really. So Dom, he hosts like huge events here in Cleveland. And I've been one of like the supporters that go to it simply because I am a believer. I'm young. I do want to have fun as well. And a lot of the events that he hosts, they're really elegant. They're first class all the way around. Not ratchet, none of that. And so it's built community. It's a lot of networking in that. And so how do you feel as though you glorify God with the work that you do? Kind of think about that.
I feel like I do just because I I give back a lot as well. I was a teacher for 4 years for CMSD, so I have a lot of students underneath me that look up to me. They're like, man, like coaches. I coach the 8th grade basketball team as well, so I have a lot of students that look up to me, like, man, coaches, he's successful. They see me on Instagram doing this and doing that, so like, being able to reach back and like share different things with them, or be in position to give them things or buy things for them or take them different places. So I feel like, I'm really, doing that by like just being a positive influence for the youth and just showing them that there's other ways to be successful other than being an athlete or a rapper. That's just what's portrayed, but I just want to show them a different light. Like, you can do other things, you can, school isn't for everybody, so, just showing them that you can, start your own business and do your own thing and be your own boss, and, just try to instill good values into them, and, that's pretty much, the best way that I do it.
Yes, I'm going to repeat it for you. So the question is, how is it that you believe you glorify God in the work that you're doing or the work that you want to do? So basically, like in your gifts that you're gifted with outside of work, you do want to make sure that whatever it is that you do it to as though you're working for the Lord and not for people. So what are some ways that you think you would be able to glorify God with your work as being a hairstylist? And
just me inspiring. Just me inspiring other people, especially like me being as young as I am. And I know it's not easy. It's definitely hard. But when people see you or see how young you are, y'all around the same age doing it, that make other people go hard and inspire to do it as well, or be whoever they want to be.
Yeah. And I also think if you haven't thought about it just for yourself, like, believe it or not, what you're doing, you could take it a step further, because you're truly helping women feel good about themselves. Doing their hair, like women, like specifically black women, we love having our hair done. We love feeling good about ourselves. So being able to do that, that's definitely still glorifying God, because you're building self-esteem in other people. That's just a nugget for you. I would say another thing that I want you to kind of explain, Dom, with being busy. I know you have your own line. You're well known in the Cleveland area. What does a day look like for you?
I feel like the best thing about it is none of the days are the same. And I feel like that's what keeps me going, because it's just like I'm excited when I get up to do what I do, and it's just like it's going to be something different each day. So I look forward to the different challenges and successes. I usually start like around 8, 9. I'm in the shop. I may be bottling wine or doing labels or doing deliveries or invoices or shipping. So, just continuing to learn and perfect my craft. And I feel like that's what, what really drives me, just because I always strive to be the best in whatever I do. I want to have the best, the best product, the best brand. I want mine to be a nationally known brand. I want it to be #1. And everything that I do, as far as like the look, the taste, the marketing, everything is so it can be at the top. A lot of these different companies are, similar in a lot of ways, a lot of traditional things with the wine, but I'm trying to change that. And one, like I said, one of the ways that I change that is by the cork. Most corks, well, all corks for wine bottles go inside of the bottle, but mine is a wine stopper as well. So it kind of gives it a unique look, but it also, preserves this wine. It's airtight. So just trying to change, the wine world, I would say, in my own way, and just be different and just be innovative and, show these other companies that there's other ways and that you can do this and do that to, make your brand better.
That's good. Sorry. That's good for the Saints, because since it has a wine stopper, you don't have to drink the whole bottle. You could do 4 ounces, which is recommended by doctors, and put it, I swear, put it back in there, put it in the fridge. You don't got to do too much.
Yeah, you don't have to like kind of stuff the cork down. The cork kind of like breaks off and it's now in your wine, and you're pouring the wine and now you got cork in it. It's just, it could be a mess, but Lamont Avenue solves that problem. You know, you don't, and if you don't have a wine screw, a lot of people, my lady, she didn't even know how to open up a wine bottle with a wine screw and just to the other day. So that solves a problem as well. You know, you kind of just take the plastic off and just pop it off. So
That's good.
yeah.
Yes. You want
I
one? We got you.
I got you.
All right. So, like, what does a day look like for you?
I would say mine's not like his. And my business is still fairly new, so I'm still like getting it out there off the ground. I actually like still work jobs. I work at the post office, and I work at Monty's store and Phipps. It's a kids luxury store. So I still work a regular job, still live a day-to-day life, but I am still fairly busy because getting my brand name out there is still a job. Besides that, like me getting off work, I still got to put the same time and effort into my own brand, and that's what I'm doing.
Wow, that's so good. So another thing that I would like you to kind of touch on would be, with your life's been busy, you're about to be in Atlanta, so this is good for you to kind of like, you know, think about that too. How do you manage keeping God first? So how do you stay sane? We can start here. Go ahead. Yeah.
For me, it would be like meditating. I always keep, I don't know about y'all, but I keep crystals because I feel like that helps me as well. And me just like talking to God through everything, just letting him know that I need him, that he's there with me every day, just makes me keep going and keep me striving. So I would just say, just make sure I pray every day and meditate. And I feel like that's how I keep God with me.
I would say it's easy to get caught up and forget things. So, like, as soon as I'll get up, before I check an email, before I get on Instagram, before I do anything, I make sure I pray, and I make sure that I give my praise early and first before I do anything. Throughout the day, like when I'm eating and different things, I pray, but I definitely want to make sure that I do that first thing in the morning, because the day can get crazy. You know, like I said, each day is different, so I don't know what's going to happen or when I will have time to say a prayer, do different things. So I definitely try to make sure I do that first thing in the morning.
I love it. I do the same thing. I feel like if you give him your first, you don't have to wait until the end of the day when you're tired. You're like, dang, I didn't even get to talk to my God today. I know you all may not know, but you do know. But I do network marketing, so I am a part of business as well, and that's more of like on the passive income side. But that is something that I did with having a lot of people in business with me on my team. Sometimes it can get exhausting. Because you're serving so many different people, and sometimes they may not always express that they're grateful for what you do, or it could be family members that may not understand that thank you for your prayers, I need them. Your family members may not understand, like, you can't always be there. You can't always attend every party. You can't always attend every function or outing with your friends. So if you could just kind of expand on maybe like one situation where you had to make a tough decision with making sure that you kind of like stay in order, since we're talking about like rituals and staying focused. You can kind of answer that how you want. I guess that's kind of a lot.
No, it's good. I just didn't know which way you want to go.
Go ahead, Dom.
I would just take it back to when I first started before I started and I was like trying to get the money up to do it. I had to make a lot of sacrifices. Had to miss a lot of functions because I was looking at my budget and I was looking at what needed to be done before March 16th when I actually launched it back in 18, and I'm just like, only way this is going to happen is if I cut out this, and they were like huge things. Like I'm a big seafood guy. Like I eat crab legs once, maybe twice a week, so I had to cut out crab legs for a couple months. My cousin is a DJ, King Lou. Cleveland DJ, best DJ in the world.
Yes, I agree.
So yeah, he was he's real big in the city, and I try to support everything that he does. So not being able to attend functions with him to save money or not go out with friends and out to eat and different things like that. So that's a huge sacrifice that I had to make to get to where I want. But that's, when you want something that's huge, as big as what I was trying to aim for, it was necessary to make those different sacrifices to get to where I was. Because a lot of people You know, when I was telling them about the wine, like a lot of people laughed, like, man, you're crazy. You want to start a wine company? How you going to do that? You know what I'm saying? But like when I get these visions, it's just like, man, there's nothing can like take that away. Like, and that's like the hardest thing with being a visionary, because I feel like I'm a visionary, but it's a gift and a curse. You know, it's a gift because you can see things that, you know, huge things. Yeah. But you have to sit in those visions alone because you're the only one who can see it. So like sometimes you might not have that support from people around you because your idea is so big that they don't even have the mental capacity to even grasp what you even saying. So, you know, you have to, you know, be strong, be mentally strong to get through it. And I overcame a lot with this company, and going into my third year, you know, a lot of stuff that broke me down, had me crying, you know, with different family members not supporting different things like that. Like, it made me stronger to the point now where it's like I can endure that. Like, my endurance is up, so where, you know, that stuff doesn't stop me and I can keep going. And, you know, just saying with you know, doing your hair and your company, different things like that, like, you gonna endure that. Like, you're going to have family members that are not going to support you. People that you feel like should be in your corner are not going to be in your corner. But that's just a test. You know, you're being tested to see if this is what you really want, you know. And, you know, the enemy uses people that's close to you that you love against you in that to see if this is really what you want. Like, okay, this is what you want. Okay, we're going to test to see if this is really what you want. You know, and a lot of people that were around me, like, aren't right now. You know, but, you know, like my brother Lou B, you know, from the dirt, he was there, you know, supporting me through everything, you know, even when it was just like, man, this is still a crazy idea. You want to start your own wine company, you know, you're going to have those people who going to see it through with you, but, you know.
Thank you. That's so good. Thank you for that. As he was sharing, were you able to think of a time where you had to make a sacrifice, or were you able to think of something?
I feel like I'm currently sacrificing right now for everybody. Like me, I couldn't, like me coming home for Christmas and events and people's birthdays, I can't always make it because I recently just moved to Atlanta and I'm still trying to get my own brand out there. And I had a vision and a plan. So I feel like it's easy to get distracted. So right now I have to sacrifice a lot of things. I just moved to a new city. I'm not going out. Like I got stuff that I got to handle. Like my parents not understanding me not coming home as often as they want me to, but me, like, getting to where you need to be or where you want to be don't come easy. You got to work for it. So if that means me not being able to come home as often, me not being able to see you guys, me not going out, then that's just what I got to do.
That's so good. Thank you. The last question that I do want to run by you all here, request. As far as like the church, so this is my church home. This is where I've joined maybe like just 3 months ago, and I felt like they do empower me a lot, and I feel like I can do anything that I want simply because I do have that foundation. With being a man and woman of God, what type of ideas do you think that our church or churches can do in general, specifically to have like a ministry at the church that's geared specifically to business owners? What type of ideas, or just kind of like, we're going to throw it on the table, some things to like chat about you would like to see?
I feel like a lot of churches have to meet people on their worldly level, natural level. So I feel like churches should give options, or like, I wouldn't say options, but like education on different things, like credit repair and like marketing and different things like that to attract people in. I feel like those things will get people in the church. And then once you're there, they see, you know, how genuine people are here and different things like that. And then that would translate into them coming like, oh, yeah, I had a good time. We had a great class and good credit repair class or marketing class, whatever class or whatever. You know, yeah, I'll be here on Sunday for the service. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's another way to get people in because, you know, business people, they're trying to get their brand out there. But if, you know, I feel like if churches can meet people on that level first, then it'll be easy for them to translate to coming to church.
Or I would say like it don't necessarily even have to be inside the church. Y'all can do like a webinar, like business 101, or like marketing, like how he said, marketing strategies or credit repair. But I was gonna say like financial advisor. Like some people don't know how to manage their money, so like helping manage money when you got a business, stuff like that. Like I don't know, I watch webinars and stuff like that. Different entrepreneurs, I'm always looking to retain new information. So that's why I feel like that would be helpful for people who actually are looking for like business 101, who have questions. Maybe y'all already answered the questions in the webinar, or have like an open webinar like how we doing this right now, and people can ask questions and you answer them as you go.
That's good. I definitely agree. I think that the church should have more resources. There are a lot of people who feel as though they may go to a church and they may have those resources, but since there is no place for them to share that, it never gets done. So we definitely will be taking note of that, specifically because this church is planted right here in the inner city. There's so much talent. There's so many people here that just needs a place where they could grow, not even just spiritually, but financially as well. The Lord does promise us so many blessings, and we do need the guidance. You know, it says that the man has a vision and the Lord orders his steps. So we do need that place. The last question that I do want to just kind of ask you guys, like, what's next for you? I know you did share a little bit about moving to Atlanta, but if you can kind of like tell us, like, what do you plan to do once you get there?
Okay, well, my plan is bigger than me. So it's more to what I'm saying. Like next year, I want to have a shop, and I want to franchise it. Not saying within that 1 year, but I just know that's the plan. That's what I'm going to start with.
Franchising that's good. That's a lot of money. You'll be able to be worldwide, in every single city, every single state. That's a good goal. That's a big goal, and it should be bigger than you because he's bigger than all of us. What's next for you, Dom?
So much. Me and my brother, we're starting a business this summer.
Another business.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm doing a anniversary like box for my 3rd year. It's going to be called the Legacy Edition, just because, like I said, my grandparents that lived in the house that's on the front of the bottle, both of them are both passed now. She just passed on the week before Christmas, December 19th. So, you know, the inspiration for my company and the reason why I started it, you know, they're now gone now. So, like, I have to, like, kind of, like, switch gears and, like, try to, you know, the story deepens, you know. The reason why I started it, you know, those people are not here. So, like I said, it deepens now. So, I'm calling my anniversary box that I'm coming out with the Legacy Edition. It'll come with a bottle. It'll come in, like, a glass. I mean, not like a glass, but like a case. Mm-hmm. So, it'll be like a bottle on one side and, like, a wine glass on the other side. So, the bottle looks amazing. It's super nice. So, I have that coming up in March. I'm adding cigars to the line. My own Lamont Avenue cigar. Cigars paired with the wine, good. So I'm adding that. That's coming up this spring. I'm also moving to Atlanta in April. First time saying it, you know, publicly. I haven't been talking about it, but yeah, I'm moving in April. A lot of opportunities down there for me and for my brand, and for my team. So I'll be making that move in April. Yeah, some other things that I have coming up, but you know, just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. I have a lot of things coming up. If you follow me on Instagram, at Lamont Avenue, LAMONT Avenue. All the updates will be on there, and the website is www.lamontavenuewines.com. You can see. So just follow and stay tuned. We'll have some great things on the way.
Awesome. Can you share your platform information as well?
My Instagram is a lot, y'all.
That's okay.
Underscore ELASH. Oh, underscore ELASHIII. Sorry, it's 4 I's. And then my business page is Pure Lay Collection. It's inside the bio. Yeah, and then my website is just pearlaycollection.com.
That's so good. Did you guys have any thoughts or anything that you want to share? Anything on your heart? I do want to take it a step further. One more thing. I do want, Dom, I do want you to share something for Lex, since she is an aspiring business owner. What tips or advice would you give to her? Yeah, take a second. Think
It's
about
so
it.
much.
I got something to say. Even though I was already going to ask him some questions. But
Okay.
I would say I knew that it wasn't easy, but what kept you going?
A lot of things kept me going. The will to win. A lot of the people that I love that believed in me, I didn't want to let them down. Just because, like, when I say, people that really know me know, like, when I say something, that's just what it is. Like, it's go. You can take it to the bank. Like, if Dom say he about to do this or do that, like, they like, oh yeah, well, it's done.
It's done.
Yeah, so just really just trying to maintain that and keep my word with things. And just I'm trying to think what else really kept me going. Wanted to make my grandfather proud. I used to always say when I was younger that I wanted to be like him. Very respected man, loved by everybody, and I wanted to be just like him. He had a beer belly like gut, and I wanted that same belly for some odd reason. Like, everything about him was just so cool, and I just wanted to mimic everything. So he just say, man, you want to be better than me. So just really just trying to strive for that, you know, which is a very tall task for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, just trying to just keep my family in mind. The fact that I want to break generational curses in my family. Like I said, my grandparents had 12 kids, but this is like really the first time that the Lewis name has something on it of this magnitude. So I feel like, you know, I'm breaking the generational curse because I'm starting something huge. You know, I don't know what happened then, why 12 kids couldn't come together and start something. I wasn't there, so I don't know exactly what went wrong with that. But I just want to be the one to stop that. You know, I have the willpower. I'm mentally strong enough to do it. Me and my cousin King Lou, King Lou Experience on Instagram. Follow him. Yeah, just want to be the ones to start something new, and our nieces and nephews and little cousins coming up to give them an example of what you want to be like. You know, social media is really taking over, and you see so many things on there. So just want to be an example for them, a real life example of, you know, what you want to be like or what you want to strive to be better than. So just keeping that in mind.
Okay. And I got one more. Okay. Okay, so how would you say that you market your brand to get out there? Because before I seen you today, I already drank your wine. So I would say, like, you market yourself without me ever even seeing your presence, you know, or even seeing a post. Like, I don't even know. Like, I feel like your marketing was good, but how did you do it?
I feel like everything is based on social media. Just looking at studies, like, people have their phone in their hand 99% of the time. So really just trying to push towards making sure it's on social media and that the right people see it on social media and the right people are posting it. And that's really the main thing. Like, you can have you know, a lot of people post it, but are the right people posting it? So, you know, with you have like a hair brand. Like, I would target like different celebrities that people follow. You know, it costs money, but it's worth the promotion. Like, one of the people that really comes to mind all the time is Jada.
I know he's gonna say that.
You know, she isn't like a super celebrity, but she's known and people follow her. So, yeah, so it's just like, yeah, she is. So, like, if you have a hair brand and different things like that, like, reach out to her. Like, yeah, I have this hair. I wanna send you some different things like that, and she can post it. And, you know, if it's of quality and she likes it, then she can, like, man, this is good. I love this hair. Make sure y'all buy this. You know what I'm saying? Just that one person can, like, take your sales, you know, through the roof. And that's really what I try to do. Just target people who I know have a wine lifestyle. Like, you know, I'm not going to try to target people who don't really drink wine. Like, I want to target people who drink it. Like, this is their lifestyle. So them promoting it is a natural thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's natural. Like, You know, just like relating to the church, like it's easy for a pastor or deacon to promote and talk about their church because that's their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It isn't something that's forced because it's just natural. So I feel like you need to target people who are into hair and into that different style. So if you do get them the product, it's natural for them to promote it. It isn't like a job where it's like, okay, she paid me to do this, but I was going to do this anyway because this is just what I do.
Yep.
So just try to target people who, you know, who have an influence but are in that field.
Thank you. So I do want to personally thank you both for coming out here. I do want to just leave you with just one thought. And I did already mention it earlier today. Just seek his kingdom and his righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you. And if you can't do it for yourself, think about the people who are coming on behind you. And think about how when we grew up, we kind of saw like that, you know, the older church and how people were disciplined, people had that foundation. It's really, 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 really good for you. And don't forget about making sure that you do stay connected with God. It's so important that you keep those rituals, like you both said, making him the first prayer of the day, so your day get crazy. That really will take you so much further. With him, we can do all things, but alone we can't. So I'll go ahead and pray us out. And then
you asked me
sure.
what word would I give her?
What word would you give her?
Right.
Yes, don't
okay.
forget. Go ahead, give her the word.
I had to think about it when she asked me those other questions. I was thinking about it because it's a bunch of different things, but I'm just going to just say this because this is something that stuck out to me and something that I'll try to live by. Try to be who you needed when you were younger. So like with me being a coach, like I was striving to be the best coach because I love basketball. I was playing, but like my coaches really wasn't in my life the way that I am in my kids. Like SD for 2 years, but I talk to some of my students every day. So, you know, I have that relationship to where they can call me at any time, any day, it doesn't matter, I'm going to answer. So just striving to be, you know, who you needed when you was younger, when striving to be the person that you needed when you started your business. So that's what I do. Like, when people ask me questions, I answer them. If I have some information I can give, like a lot of people charge for that. Like, I don't charge. If you want to have a conversation with me about wine or about a business, about credit repair or about business credit or whatever it is, like, I'm open to do that because that's something that I didn't have when I was trying to start. So just striving to be who you need, you know, who you needed when you were younger and when you were trying to get started.
I would just say, you're going to be very blessed. That's one thing.
Thank you.
And as far as like you saying, like you being a coach and being who you needed, I would say like how you saying being a coach, I feel like that will forever stick with them because my coach, my old high school track coach, we actually live in Atlanta together. We're actually very close.
Yeah.
And like she is a person who motivated me to be who I am today. Like she have a kids luxury brand and it's actually like very known. And I say like me watching her, like she never said be an entrepreneur. No, me just watching her and seeing her put the steps and put the foot in, it just is like, okay, like I know that's what I want to do too. Like I want to be an entrepreneur as well.
Yeah.
Dang, we could be here all day. Let's go ahead and go in prayer. I do want to leave with prayer. Dear Lord, I thank you for being our Father. I thank you for being our friend. I thank you for meeting us right where we are and stepping in the midst of every situation that we may have. I thank you for even allowing us to just have this space and this place to be able to talk business, money. I pray that as we all leave, Lord, that you will continue to bless both of them on their journeys, Lord. I pray that you will allow their hunger for you to thirst and to grow, so that they will be able to share that love with other people and to their families to come. I pray generational wealth over both of them, and I also pray of generational curses breaking right now in the name of Jesus. We love you, Lord. We honor you. We adore you as we leave this place, but never from your heart, Lord, and keep us as we go about our days. In your name we pray. Amen. Before you go, if you could, we do have, if you felt blessed by this wonderful word that they did give, we do have a couple of ways to give. We do have Givelify, we do have Cash App, PayPal. Feel free to sow a seed to the church. Text to give, we got that as well. So many different ways. We're so innovative here, but we love you all.